This is gonna be a heavy one, isn't it? Yeah, I can tell by the thumbnail that does not look like a happy Troy. All right, I'm here for it. Whew. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Bill, and this is Trying to Stand, where I try new things in pop culture because I've been living under a rock. I'm moving right now, so you're seeing me from the past, further back than normal. I've been getting a lot of requests, more so than Trying to Stand Troye Sivan, which I already have up. A lot of people suggested also specifically the Blue Neighborhood Trilogy by Troye Sivan. I trust you. We've been getting in the habit of picking things that's gonna mess me up. So I trust you. It's fine. I'm here to learn. I'm here to listen. Here to talk about it. His stuff got real sad real fast in the first Troye Sivan video we did. But I really liked it, and I really want to check out more of his stuff. So yeah, let's do this. So I guess it's Wild Fools and Talk Me Down. This is confirmed on his YouTube channel. It's got the little music note verification. Everything says 3 of 3, 2 of 3, 1 of 3. This is real. I don't want to find out later that I got the order wrong or I missed a song. It's fine. I'm delaying the inevitable because I'm stressed. All right. Whew. So we're starting with Wild, Blue Neighborhood, part 1 of 3. Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, I'm scared. Why were those boys fighting? Ooh, I love his voice. Oh, I'm so scared, but the song's so nice. Yeah, I don't trust drunk Jad over there. Oh, I love the song, but the video's just stressing me out. Woo, sir. Oh, thank God, the water was like right there. I thought the little kids were going cliff diving or something. Cliff diving. Okay. The dads need to stop. Okay, the song by itself, I feel like I would have gotten swept away in it more if I wasn't so scared that, like, one of the kids was gonna get, like, hit. The way the colors are all so sucked out of everything. He's so worried in the flashbacks. Like, it keeps tapering back and forth between having that first spark between somebody and the undertones of possibly knowing that there's at the time or in this setting, a taboo level to everything. Like, I'm listening to it and it's like, let's just go, you drive me wild, let's get out of this stupid neighborhood. That was so, like, hopeful and started to lift me up, but the visuals of it, because it's alluding to why he would want to leave, and it made me scared that something big was about to come between everybody. Yes, I know this is part 1 of 3. It's Fellowship of the Ring. A lot of shit's gonna go down. I feel it. It adds so much tension to it because you're scared someone's gonna walk into the room and they're keeping it a secret, which they shouldn't have to. You're scared that something happened when they were kids. Something happened between the dads, because you have, you know, more chill seeming dad and you have drunk, angry dad, and like it keeps cutting back and forth between looking back on everything and wanting to get away from it all, and then like, oh, the kids are jumping, oh, the kids are fighting, oh, the dads are fighting, and I'm like, who's fighting, who's playing, like, what? Where's this final moment gonna hit? And I think having those two feelings colliding at the same time, it's about the disruption of that connection between the two boys, now men, where it's like you can't fully focus on, anticipate, or celebrate or truly be in the moment with these feelings when you have to do it in secret, when there's so much of an obstacle socially around you. It's not 100% a love song, and yet it can't also just be a song about the stigma surrounding them. It like blends both of them together, which is so heartbreaking, because I think that, to the best of my knowledge, again, I'm very limited in these experiences personally, I think that it does illustrate the double-edged blade of it all, where it's like, well, it is a story about love and young romance and a connection and like a blossoming relationship, but then it's also, there's so much hate surrounding it that it can't fully be about what it should be, which is just love, if that makes any sense. The sentiment can't just be, you drive me wild. It's also, and we gotta get out of here before something awful happens. Thinking about that really hurts And I think that's kind of the point here, is something's taken away from the positive, you know, still acknowledging and still living in that moment, because it's still a positive thing to have this connection with somebody. It's never going to be truly positive when there's so much stigma and hostility and hate and negativity and pain around it all. That song just stays right in that pocket the whole way through. I really like that. And just the song, like, I'd be in heaven listening to it. But you can still, like, feel a lot of the worry and the pain and, like, the wanting to run away. But then, like, hitting with the visuals and, like, so much uncertainty is it's very foreboding. I hope this just ends with them getting a fast car and driving out of here. I love, like, the way that we cut back. You can see it in his eyes. It's like, we got to get out of here. Comforting, and then also reflecting on those moments. Like, again, like, something so positive being tainted by something so negative. And I'm a little worried to keep going, so I'm going to keep rambling. I really liked that. Really scared that something bad is going to happen. I just want to listen to Bloom some more. That's been my Troye Sivan jam. I bloom just for you. That little trill at the end of it. That makes me happy. This one's called Fools. Fools in love. It's happy. It's fine. It's fine. I can already feel me editing this going, oh, Bill, you poor, silly, ignorant, bearded little boy. That's all. I just want everything to end happy and for everyone to be okay. And I know that's not a realistic thing. All right. Fools. Blue Neighborhood Part 2/3. All right. No, be okay.
I hope people change.
Ooh. Oh no. Dude, f*** the shouty dad. Oh god, and it's in the same f***ing room. F*** me. Dude, f*** me. No. No! Oh, ew, and he's dressed like his dad too. F*** you. F*** me. Oh, honey. Jesus! Don't put that spin on it! Alright, Troy, use your HB Intel Surface Pro and get the f*** out of there. Also, yes, HB Intel for, like, being a part of this. Wait, what's happening in the third one? Why the f*** is there a funeral on your HB Intel dual-core Platinum Surface Pro Plus Touch? Sorry, I'm very happy for the product placement there for a project like this. F*** me! Without the HP Touch Surface Pro Plus, I feel like I would have cried my eyes out. That pulled me out just enough. Thank you. My video isn't sponsored, however. That pulled me out just enough. Like, yeah, I understand that there's, like, a hard truth and reality to that, and that, like, extra layer being thrown in there too, that the dad threatened to kill both of them, so that it's like, not only is it so painful and horrible just already, but then the thought of what if he's telling him to leave to also, because he does care about him, as well as, like, a self-preservation move. It shouldn't have to be that way, but, like, adding that kind of layer to it kind of makes it so much more devastating. And I would argue we don't need that, but I also appreciate the care for that character of the overalls boy, having both elements there at play of not only is it to guard and protect himself from hate, but also he's rationalizing it as protecting Sir Sivan as well. Like, I didn't want to believe it when it was like, only fools fall in love with you. I'm like a happy sentiment, right? Like, I refuse to let that sink in. I think it also hits the reality of not everybody wants to or feels like they can run away and leave that town or their world behind like that, you know? Calling out the reality of the first song. Like, not everyone's going to be able to do that. Calling out so many of the little details like I was, having it be the bed that they were holding each other in, and where the blooming, and that was also the room where the dad, like, lost his shit. That hurt. Like, a place that in the first video was a place of safety and honesty, and now it's also tainted with such a violent and dangerous memory. Like, that's devastating. Same with, like, little things like the costume change. Like, suddenly he's dressed also in a dark gray shirt and overalls like his dad. Damn. And then, yeah, like, it's a small town, and seeing him with his beard, which I think the idea of just seeing him in a heteronormative relationship, just seeing him around town, it's like, okay, now this went from I really need you to leave this place to like I really, really need you to leave this place. Oh, and it doesn't help that part 3 is called Talk Me Down. I like how dazed Fools sounded to me, like so blindsided by it. A lot of pain, and then also that betrayal of realizing that you hoped that person would like respond differently, because like again his answer was to run away together, and his is out of fear, like staying and adhering to someone else's expectations and social confines. I'd say even just the disappointment in general in somebody taking that submissive, passive response, if that makes any sense. The production of these videos so far are great. It's giving me so much more information than just the tracks by themselves, but like, god damn. I know this can't end happy. I want it to so bad. I think I'm just preparing myself for that. Alright. Talk Me Down. Blue Neighborhood, 3/3. Ooh, sir. Oh, it's Awful Dad's Funeral. Oh, oh, okay. God damn. Oh, she knows. All I wanna do right now. Oh, fuck. Dude, no. No. Well, Sir, did you have to leave us dangling at the end like that? Like that's just supposed to be up for our interpretation, really? I'll let it slide. Usually that's a huge problem of mine with storytelling. I want a full story, please. With an ending that really, goddamn. I'm in love with how complicated that leaves you throughout the whole thing, not just an ending like that. The idea that he can't comfort somebody that he cares so much about, and that he can't be comforted by Troye Sivan fully because that, you know, the hate and the stigma and that horrible way of viewing other people. It's not like the problem died with the shitty dad. That's a really tough pill for me to swallow. I understand that's an important message. Like it's not individuals, it's society. If it's not the dad, it's the girlfriend, it's the town, it's the next door neighbor, whatever. Like it's not an individual problem, it's a societal one. But again, privilege. I feel that I can't imagine not being able to comfort somebody you care that much about, or not being able to be comforted by somebody you care that much about. On top of everything else, like that conflict of like that dad being such a piece of shit to him in this story throughout, but also like that's still his dad. That also looked very conflicted. At times he was like, no, I'm fine, and other times he's like about to completely lose it. That's a really hard thing to grapple with. My heart wants me to think that they did just run away together and everything's fine and they get the house on the hill and the kids' names and all that fun stuff, but my head tells me he jumped. I think leaving it open-ended like that, it addresses kind of the point throughout these 3 songs, which is it's the same fight but different responses. So then it leaves you to sit there and think. I think the message here is, while being faced with adversity, like the impact of your decisions. He chose to stay in the good graces of his father, and his father died, and that person he was trying so hard to appease is gone now, but your life still keeps going. You gave up a part of who you are for somebody else. Well, what do you do when that person's gone? And I think it's about the different choices we're going to make, and even challenging us to come to a decision and make a choice about what we think happened to him at the end. Can I get a dead dad warning in the future from now on? Like, you know how people ask what if something bad happens to the dog? Can I just be told that? But I thought these were genuinely beautiful because, again, that guy's life kept going on after his dad passed, but now because of the choices he made, the person he's trying so hard to please and lie for, he's gone, and now he can't be comforted by someone he was so genuine around. I'm not going to pretend to speak for his relationship with the blonde lady, but it didn't look ideal. It could be from Troy's perspective, but it could also be from the guy's perspective too, while he's grieving. Is it Troy saying, I want to sleep next to you and be around you and help you through your grieving process in this hard time? Or is it him not wanting to express that he wants Troy back? Home is just a room full of my safest sounds, so come over now and talk me down. I think it's his ex-boyfriend talking to him. Does that make sense? It's real sneaky, but the first thing we see as the song starts is the ex-boyfriend coming to the funeral. Troye Sivan still putting on his shirt and his tie. I think it's his ex-boyfriend wanting Troy to be there. That's who he wants helping him getting through this. By running from who he is, trying to appease his father's hate and prejudice, it then leaves him to deal with something wrong in his own life after his father's passing, and now he can't have the one thing that would help him heal through this. The mortality of not only like, you only have so much time on this earth, do you and try to be the best person you can be, but also the reality, the mortality of others. And it's like, you know, if you spend so much time trying to appease somebody else, what are you left with when that person's gone? It just makes it more painful to realize that, like, what he really wants and what he really needs, or moreover, who, he's now ruined that or tarnished it. It doesn't mean it can't happen. It doesn't mean that Troy didn't show up to talk him down and help him through it and they can go off and be together instead. But his decisions led him to this place. And again, it proves that the issue isn't just the dad. This is beyond an individual problem, but also this is not an individual experience. Yeah, it's 100% the ex-boyfriend. I know I like to draw the line when it starts to get too real, but the less time that I spend with you, the less you need to heal. Yeah, he was the one who drew a line in the sand. Yeah. I loved that. It destroyed me. It's so beautifully done. Yeah, right here, the most color we see is the two of them watching the ocean at sunset. That's the most color we see in this whole thing. It's a beautiful short film all by itself. I love the songs of it. It just, goddamn, it's important to talk about. It does a great service by opening more to the reality of the situation, but also the different choices that different people are going to make. Even if we all have the same common obstacle, people are going to respond differently, but also spelling out for you that, like, you know, the consequences of those things, the reality of those things. It's absolutely beautiful. It's important. It's amazing. But y'all are monsters. This broke my fucking heart. But also thank you for sharing this with me, and I appreciate you guys trusting me to talk about this stuff. For those of you who suggested it and wanted this video, I still love his music. I still love his voice. I love, damn, his voice got low in some of these too. I really liked that. When things are painful, like, not shying away from that, but then also adding in those layers for the other POV in the piece with the dad threatening both him and Troy. So then it adds a little more to it, like putting in the seed of a thought of what if he thinks he's also doing this for other people's safety and not just his own. The care that he puts into to give both sides of the story. You're not sitting there 100% on Troye Sivan's side going, what a fucking idiot, I fucking hate this guy, and I hate his dad. Like, there's so much humanity, and I appreciate that. It feels like not only a sharing of an experience, but also an illustration of it, to the point where it feels educational as well as informative and insightful. Like, really helps add to the conversation and helps fill in gaps for people who might not have had these experiences regardless of sexuality. And I really appreciate that. and I admire that a lot. And your voice is lovely. Doesn't hurt that your voice is also lovely. I would like to have a happy summer starting in July. So yeah. There you guys go. What do you guys think? What do you think of my thoughts? What do you think of the Blue Neighborhood Trilogy? Are there happy Troye Sivan songs you want me to listen to? Happy songs from other artists? Let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like the video if you did. Subscribe if you want more. Links to the things I put up in the video are also going to be in the description. I just hope that everyone's safe. I hope everyone's well before, during, and after this crazy time. Be mindful of others and remember to take care of yourselves, please.